Hey y'all, welcome to the Capitol Report. I'm Camille, and I'll be keeping you up to date with what's going on in the capital city of Baton Rouge. Last week was the second week of the special session, and the legislators continued to debate our state's budget. But this time, we were able to move forward. While the state government offices closed at noon on Tuesday for severe weather, the legislators were held up hard at work in the basement trying to find ways to get the bills moving out of committee and onto the floor. The House Ways and Means Committee moved forward over 30 bills that would potentially increase taxes. To move the process along quickly, the representatives did not hold formal votes, and the bills were reported favorably, unfavorably, or with no action, so that the full House was able to vote on them. 6 of those bills were reported favorably, 10 unfavorably, and 6 others were reported with no action. Because of the committee's actions, the House was able to look at a full menu of options to attempt to close the current budget shortfall of $940 million. Just so you know, when those bills get to the floor, the ones that would suspend tax credits or exemptions need 53 votes, while bills that would repeal tax credits or would raise taxes need 2/3 of the vote, or 70 votes, out of the 105-member chamber. Alright, Thursday was a big day in the legislature. The top 3 bills to address some of the budget challenges that were brought this week are: first, we have a revenue-raising measure brought to the floor, House Bill 62, sponsored by Representative Katrina Jackson, a Democrat from Monroe. This bill would increase the state sales tax by 1 penny and raise $205 million by June 30th. The revenue-raising measure in this bill has been termed the clean penny. What that means is that it would raise the state sales tax without including the exemptions granted on the other 4 cents of the sales tax. This 1 cent increase would take place for a period of 18 months. The penny, after amendments, turned out not to be entirely clean, with an exemption for manufacturing machinery and equipment, or MM&E. This would take effect on April 30th. I briefly asked Representative Jackson about her bill, and she told me it raises almost half of the revenue to close the deficit in a way that evenly disperses the burdens of resolving our problems. She continued by acknowledging that the circumstances are never perfect when raising revenue, but this way, there is less of a burden on business because it was even-handed in its distribution. Next, we have House Bill 122, which was crafted late Tuesday and sponsored by House Appropriations Committee Chairman Cameron Henry as an attempt to further increase the cuts in government spending, more specifically, state agencies, by about $117 million. This amount was an additional $87 million more than what the governor had initially proposed. Representative Henry's amended bill, which would likely reduce state expenditures by about $100 million over the next 4 months, is headed to the Senate for consideration. Third, we saw a beginning to government reform with House Bill 100, sponsored by Representative Talbot. This bill attempted to unlock state funds by eliminating certain statutory dedicated funds and transfer the remaining funds into the state general fund. The bill has been received in the Senate and referred to the Committee on Finance, but not without amendments. Bills that we are keeping an eye on are 46, 47, and 19. House Bills 46 and 47 deal with the inventory tax. House Bill 19 deals with the corporate franchise tax. We will let you know what happens once we get more information. Finally, the legislature gave the final thumbs up to Governor John Bel Edwards' plan to use the $200 million from the BP oil spill settlement and the $128 million from the Rainy Day Fund. The next step is for both to head to the governor's desk for signing. Looking forward to the final week of the special session, you can expect that since the Senate has already sent the bills to committee, that things will move very quickly. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow LOGA for up-to-date news on the oil and gas industry and the 2016 legislative session. Until next time, this is Camille Ivy-O'Donnel with LOGA TV.